What's up everybody, Tony here, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of a product I got yesterday. I ordered it from Amazon. It is the Comica CVM-VM10 microphone. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so here it is, the Comica CVM-V10, maybe you can see that, CVM-VM10, sorry about that, microphone. Honestly, I had already opened up this package and already kind of messed with it a little bit yesterday, so I've already heard what it sounds like, and there are a couple of tests that I was doing because there are things specifically why I needed a different microphone from the one I'm using now. I did previously have, well, okay, let me rephrase that. I have the Rode VideoMic-Me, which is that microphone. I actually put a picture of it right now. I did a review of that microphone as well about a year ago, I think last year in June. So I'll put that link down below if you want to check out that microphone as well. I did have to get another one though because mine broke, which is one of the concerns I had with the Rode VideoMic-Me. So the Rode VideoMic-Me, it's different from this one. It's similar because it is a shotgun microphone, but this one actually has like a cold or hot shoe mount that you put the microphone on. Then there's a cable that you plug into the microphone and that you plug into your camera or to your phone, which I'm going to be using on my iPhone 6s. The Rode VideoMic-Me, you plug it into your phone and it kind of hangs on your phone. So you don't need like an extra mount in order to use it on your phone. The issue I had with that was, which is something I was concerned about, was if you tighten the backing too much on it, which is this piece right here, you could actually bend the jack and then it completely messes it up, which is what happened to mine. So that was a concern that I had, but I took the risk and I took mine apart hoping I could fix it, which here are the pieces. And unfortunately for this plastic piece, I'd have to cut it completely open and then remold it. I didn't feel like doing all that. So I took it all apart and I couldn't fix it, so I need another microphone. So I got this one. I mean, I've already opened it up, but for the sake of an unboxing, let's go ahead and open this box up. Alright, so right off the bat, the one thing that Comica has, Rode VideoMic-Me came in like a pretty sweet box, but this mic actually comes with a carrying case, which is dope. I mean, honestly, that's just a really cool thing that they give with it. And the fact is that this microphone is actually a lot cheaper, because I was thinking about getting the Rode VideoMicro, since I already have experience with the Rode VideoMic-Me and I like it a lot. But looking for good prices on the Rode VideoMicro, and this comes with a hearing case, which the Rode VideoMicro doesn't. So when we open it up, of course, you have the shock mount, the microphone, and they actually give you the two cables. This is something I'd have to buy separately with the Rode VideoMicro because I'd need a different cable in order to use it on my phone. They have the one where you would use it in a camera, like if you're using it on a DSLR or anything like that. And they have the cable if you're using it with a phone. That's just an extra bonus, one less cable that I have to buy. It does come with a furry windsock, and then of course it comes with just like a regular one as well. Maybe if you're using it indoors, just to break up the wind a little bit. The furry windsock, which I've watched review videos on this microphone, isn't the best quality, and I hear that it sheds a lot. I actually haven't opened this up yet, so let me take a look at it here. I don't think it's shedding as much as I saw in other review videos, but I mean, it does feel like it would shed. Oh, yeah, some hairs are coming out. So, the good thing is I still have my windsock from my Rode VideoMic-Me, or my Rode VideoMic-Me. So, I actually want to know if this still fits on here. Well, I want to know if it's going to fit on here, which it should because they're pretty similar in size. And it does fit. So I'm going to test that out as well. I'll test out the windsock that it comes with, since it does come with that microphone, but I know that this windsock works really well, so I'm probably going to be using this over the other one. And of course, in the box as well, comes with the manuals, everything you need to know to use the microphone, you know, all that additional information. Shows the pattern of the microphone here, which is with a lot of shotgun mics, so it'll pick up sound in this area, and as you move towards the back of the mic, of course, it doesn't pick up the sound as well, because that's the whole point of being a directional microphone, so it's really great for vlogs, which is what I'm going to be using it for. Some other things, all of it's in like Chinese, so I have no idea what any of this says. And I think, oh no, the instructions do come in English as well. Here's a shock mount. And the microphone, so it'll clip into the shock mount like so. I think you kind of got to spread it apart a little bit. And if you hear a sound like something's frying, it is because I am frying some food for my kids because I got to drop them off before I head to work. There you go. That's how it mounts on there, and then you would put it onto cold shoe or hot shoe mount, whatever you want to call it. Tighten it on there, and you got yourself a microphone. Here's the other little poof. And get you that great sound quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of tests with a microphone. I'll probably get the same results like I got with the video mic me, but we will see. Alright, so I'm back, and I actually have the microphone plugged in right now. So that is the sound you're hearing. So it may sound better than it did earlier. Like I said, I was using and actually let me grab it really quick. My Ceramonic iMic, which is this little microphone right here. It is an omnidirectional microphone, so it's not like a shotgun mic. It does pick up sounds everywhere. The reason I got this was because I do use lenses on my phone, and since the lenses cover up the microphone because they're right next to the camera, the sound is like really muffled and whatnot, so I have this for those occasions. The issues that I do have with this mic is when sounds get too loud, they do start breaking. Sometimes whenever we open the front door, the sound breaks a little bit, and whenever I'm vlogging in my car and I open and close the door, the sound breaks a lot too. It like makes this clicking sound. It's not very good with wind. I bought like this little windscreen for it. It's actually meant for like a lapel microphone. It helped a little bit, but not that much. Like if I'm driving with the windows down, or if it gets way too windy outside, the sound breaks a lot, and it's just a lot to have to deal with when I'm trying to edit videos and work around that, because then sometimes it doesn't pick up things that I need. With the Rode VideoMic Me, when you're using that windscreen, the actual windsock, even in very high wind situations, even with the window down, the sound quality was still very great. So I'm hoping that this mic works the same way. To start this test off though, what I did, I'm gonna do like what I did with my Rode VideoMic Me, where I turned on my TV, which I'm gonna do right now. Actually, I already had it on, and I was playing a video with the volume kind of turned up a little bit. I was gonna turn my phone towards me and then slowly rotate it around, that we can see how it picks up the sound and how it kind of cancels out the sound that's behind it. Alright, so I have my TV on now, and I have the volume turned pretty loud actually. The TV is really loud to me, so I don't know if I'm talking very loud. But I'm gonna do this really quick. What I'm gonna do is, right now I'm standing in front of my TV, like maybe 5-6 feet away. No, about 6 feet away from the TV. And I'm gonna pan the camera around so you can just hear how it sounds. So I'm gonna slowly turn it, and you should be able to hear my voice start disappearing a little bit, and you should be able to hear the TV more. I don't actually know if you can hear me anymore because I have the TV very loud.
Megan, have you told you, Mum?
I'm gonna bring it back around again, and I'm gonna have it face towards me. So that's kind of how that pattern works. You can kind of hear me disappearing as you go around. I'm gonna back up a little bit and go sit on my couch. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I haven't changed the volume, obviously. I just kind of turned around and sat down. So this is one of the reasons I really like these shotgun microphones, is because it cancels out the sound around it. Sometimes when you have a lot of people around, I do want that omnidirectional microphone more, because it'll pick up other sounds, because a lot of people are talking at one time instead of just having someone that's like right in front of the camera and you can hear them but not really anyone else. So I do like having the options of still using my Ceramonic iMic along with this microphone. Just for vlogging purposes, this is a lot better, because I mean, I'm talking to the camera, and a lot of times my kids make a lot of sounds. There's a lot of stuff going on in the house. Right now, Landon's asleep, Emelina's at school, so this house is pretty quiet. So I'm gonna pan around again, and now I'm sitting probably about 12-13 feet away from my TV. So I'm gonna slowly turn it around again. And now we're looking at the TV. You can see all Landon's toys on the table here. He makes a lot of mess.
I just thought he was...
I'm gonna leave it there for a second. And then... and now I'm going to turn it back towards me, and it's going to point back at me. Now I do want to say, with the sounds that I'm recording, it's going to be straight from the iPhone, unedited, nothing added to it. I'm not going to mess with the sound at all. This is all what it's going to sound like when you're recording from the native camera app in the iPhone. And the reason for that is I vlog with my iPhone, and then I edit all the videos on my iPhone. So everything that you've seen in my, if you watch my vlog in this video, it's all going to be shot and edited on my iPhone 6s. Anyway, it's about 10:53 right now. I have to leave by 11:15 to be able to get Emelina off the bus. I still got to wake Landon up. So I'm going to go do that, and then we're going to finish up the test in the car. That way you guys can hear how the windsock works and the quality of it with the one that comes with the microphone. I still have my Rode VideoMic Me windsock as well. We're going to test it on the microphone too. So we'll get to that later. Actually driving today.
Because Chris is
got short legs. Refrigerated center console.
They do have that, yeah.
I want one that's like regular and you open it up and there's like a refrigerated part. Anyway, me and Kristen might go today, so that should be cool. Sorry if you get a weird glare every now and then. Like I said, I didn't have time to set this up too much. I'm just kind of going because I gotta get to work. And you know what I just realized? I have my microphone plugged in and this thing does not work when I'm driving. So a lot of this might sound like crap. I'm gonna unplug this real quick. Crap. Okay. Oh my god. I do have to redo all that? I think I might have to redo all that. And then tomorrow, Sunday, we'll get together, play a little bit of guitar. I'm gonna teach them all the basics, tuning, learn some chords, all that good stuff. Alarms were going off, and I was like, my thing is I can get up by 7:30 and still get ready for work. So I got up at 7:15 because what I did was my other phone, my 5S, I set it up across the room. That way I would get up and turn it off. So that's what I did. I got up and turned it off. I was like, oh, I'm gonna lay down for another 15 minutes. Next thing I know, my father-in-law is waking me up and saying, it's 8:40. All right. I have the camera set up for the most part. I have video mic me, windsock, the other windsock, and just the wind muff. First test for me, like I said, every time I open and close my doors, it makes a weird sound with my ceramic iMic, so I'm gonna close the door a couple times maybe, see how that sounds, see if it pops or anything, and if it disturbs the sound at all. Just because, like I said before, whenever I do this with my other microphone, it kind of does disturb it a lot when I open and close the door. Let me double check to make sure this is recording. And I'm sorry if there's any weird glare or whatnot on the lens. I don't have a lot of time to set this up. If the video is bad, then I am gonna redo it, maybe using the front-facing camera. I forgot to bring my clip with me, so I'm not able to use the front-facing camera. So I have to use the rear-facing one, unfortunately, so it's hard for me to monitor if I'm actually recording or not. Because usually when I do record in the car, I'm using my front-facing camera. Right now it's kind of at a weird angle because it's hard for me to set up with a microphone, so I may have to find a separate clip to use the microphone. So you can probably see my steering wheel, a lot of weird stuff. I usually have it set a little bit higher, but I'll have to figure that out later. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of time. So right now, the microphone is just by itself, does not have a wind muff, windscreen, nothing like that. I do have it on the shock mount, so hopefully that alleviates some of the shaking noises that I used to get as well. The mic's kind of sitting behind my steering wheel, like it's like at this weird angle right here, like it's pointing right through the steering wheel. But this is with the windows up. I do have the air conditioning on. I'm trying to keep the air away from the microphone if it disturbs it in any way. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna roll the windows down and we're gonna do a sound test with that. So this is with all my windows down. Now, I don't have any wind, I think, directly hitting the microphone, which I shouldn't in the future anyway, because it kind of sits closer to my windshield. So this may be fine. I don't know if it's disturbing it at all. I'm driving through a neighborhood, so I'm only going about 25 miles per hour. Which in any case, I wouldn't be using this microphone without the windsock in the car. So this is just kind of a little test to see what it'll sound like. And we're coming to a stop here. So we're gonna start with the wind muff. I'm gonna put that on really quick. So this is the wind muff, and this is going about 35, 40 miles per hour on this road. Then we're actually gonna hop on the interstate later, which would be a good test for the wind, with the actual wind socks on there. Because like I said, I would be using the wind sock instead if I'm ever gonna have the windows down and I'm driving, in any case. But all right, we're coming to another stop sign, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and we're gonna move to the windsock that comes with the microphone. And I'm actually next to a really big truck right now. It's making a lot of noise, so hopefully you can still hear me. Oh, I hate this part. It's always a lot of traffic. But anyway, I should keep talking, right? That way we can make this a real test. I'm gonna turn the air conditioning off. Oh, now we're in a tunnel. So this is really good because there's gonna be a lot of sounds coming in from the outside, since a lot of echoes and whatnot in here. So I'm wondering how that affects the sound of this microphone. And we're actually sitting still in here, so that's a good thing. A lot of overhead noise from the cars driving on the overpass. And it is, we got a green light, so we're about to go. Hopefully you can still hear me. Like I said, this is a directional microphone. Hopefully it's blocking out a lot of the other sounds coming in. But since it's echoing, I can feel like the sounds are bouncing from all over the place. So we're taking the exit, getting on the interstate, and this will be the test for the windsock. I hope it doesn't fly off of the microphone while I'm driving, because like I said, it is really loose. I don't know if there's a way to tighten it on there. I didn't check. I should have probably checked before we started this test, before I left the house, really. I don't know. All right. I'm gonna close the window on my side a little bit, just in case it does fly off. All right. So now we're going about 60 miles per hour. We're on the interstate. There's a lot of wind coming through. I'm gonna roll the window down a little bit more. And the good thing about this is it blocks, well, the windsock is supposed to block any air that actually hits the microphone. So any sound that's coming from the windows and whatnot, you're still gonna get that. But it prevents the microphone from breaking from all the additional sounds or wind hitting it. Because the mic does break whenever wind does hit it. Since we're on the interstate, I'm gonna switch to the Video Mic Me windsock and test that. So we're gonna take this off, which comes off very easily. So this is it without a windsock on. We're gonna close the windows again. So this is the Video Mic Me windsock, the one that I'm probably gonna be using. I have the windows all the way down. Like I said, it fits a lot better on there. I feel a lot more comfortable with it. Holy crap, why are we slowing down? Keep going, bro. This is gonna be my exit here, and then I'm gonna be on the way home, and I have to get ready for work and all that. But this is the wind test. I hope it sounds good with this one. I'm pretty sure it'll sound fine with this windsock on there. I'm getting the windsock's moving a lot, like there's a lot of air hitting it. And I think I'm gonna leave it with the windows down, and I'm gonna continue to talk while I'm trying to get home, which I shouldn't have taken the interstate, I just realized, because I have to cross like 4 lanes of traffic. Never get there. This guy's not gonna let me in, is he? Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. He's gonna let me in. Oh, and I gotta let this guy in now. Whew. I hate coming off this exit. Things are so crazy when you come off this exit. Like, you have to fight so many people to get in and out of stuff. I think that was my car making the squeaking sound. Usually I would turn left here to get home, but since it's all this traffic, I couldn't cut across all 4 lanes. There's another light up here, so I have to try to change 2 more lanes over so I can get home. Otherwise, I'll have to get to the next light and then go all the way around, which is fine, I guess. What's he got? Like I said, this thing comes with a carrying case, which is dope. I mean, look at this thing. The road windsock won't fit in here when I have it closed because it's a lot thicker, which is why it's probably a better windsock. So I will have to carry that separately. But everything else will fit in here. The other wind muff, the microphone, the mount, and the cable. So that's good, and it'll help keep everything safe. With my other microphone, I kind of had to find another bag to put it in, and it just kind of floated around, which I didn't really like because I was afraid it was going to break. So I usually kept it at home. I never really brought it out anywhere. And I would use my Ceramonic iMic to do that instead. But now I have a carrying case that'll protect the microphone, which is dope. Getting over, beat the traffic, and be able to get home. Now, I hope this is still recording, because like I said, I didn't have much battery left when I left from dropping off the kids. So I hope I'm still recording, because that would suck if I just, it cut off at some point. Which this isn't a long drive. There was a recall on the iPhone 6s batteries. So we're taking Crystal's phone in to get it fixed. And I think we're gonna take mine in too, but they won't do it if the screen is broken. Well, that's what the website said at least. Maybe when I take Crystal's phone in next week, I will ask them if they'll still do it, which I can fix my screen. It's about $27, I think, for the screen. And it's really easy to do on the iPhone 6s, surprisingly. A lot easier than past phones. Like the iPhone 4s were the worst. On the iPhone 4s and 4Ss, you had to work from the back of the phone to the front. So you had to gut the entire phone in order to change the screen if you broke it. iPhone 5s, after that, you could pull the front of the screen off. They went back to that. Because the 3G and the 3GSs, you could fix them by pulling the front of the screen. And when they went to the 5, since the whole back was one whole piece, instead of like that sliding glass that they did on the 4s and 4Ss, they went back to where you can pull the front of the screen off. Now the issue that happened with the 5Ss was, or the home button was now that that touch one that you could do, or it came with the fingerprint thing on there. So it came with a very specific cable that would attach to the phone. And I think with the 5Ss and maybe even the 6s, if you broke that cable, there was no way to replace it because I think the button was specifically matched to the phone according to the serial number. So you could buy another one, but the home button will work fine, like you can press it and all that. But if you broke that cable, the actual fingerprint thing won't work anymore. So you could replace it, which is fine, but if you use that fingerprint thing, then I mean, you're SOL on that front. With the 6S's, I don't know, maybe on the 6s, I don't remember. I know on the 5S's it had that cable that you could possibly snap when you pull the screen up. On the 6S's, I think the actual button is, when you put the screen down, I think it has some attachments or some, what do you call them? Like connectors that'll hit each other on the phone. So there wasn't a cable anymore, so you could pull up the screen without worrying about breaking that cable. So, like I said, it's a lot easier to do. I think just like the camera, you have to move the camera mounts and all that stuff from one glass to the other, but that's not an issue at all. Those are pretty simple to do, and of course, making sure you don't break the cables and all that stuff. But I'm just kind of rambling because I'm still testing the microphone, but now I am home. So that is the end of the test for the wind test, and hopefully I am still recording. I'm gonna get out of the car right now and check since I just pulled up here, and my brakes are making a loud squeaking sound. I know. Probably not gonna be able to finish this video right now, so I'm gonna have to record more later. It'll be nighttime, but at least I got the test inside the house with the sound, test inside the car, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm back in the house again, and I'm putting all the stuff away, separating the things that I'm not gonna keep in my bag with all my other accessories. And I'm actually noticing, since I'm not keeping like the wind muff and a lot of the stuff in this case here, I actually put I can fit my Ceramic iMic in case I do need to use it, and an extra clip for the lens if I need to use a front-facing camera, and my actual lenses, which these are actually my fisheye lenses in here, but they're about the same size. I can put them in there too, and I can put the microphone in here along with a shock mount and close it, and I can keep everything in there. And then I guess my light here too, if I wanted to keep that, I could throw that in there as well. And everything will fit in there, and I can close it up, so that is awesome. Only thing that I won't be able to keep in there is the windsock. Like I said, there's not any room for it, so I'll have to keep that separately. But I mean, it's awesome that I can fit everything in there. It makes it easier for me to carry everything and have everything protected along with my lenses, which I have to get maybe a mount where I can fit the camera and this light on there in case I ever do need both. What's something I was saying in the car about the mic breaking without the windsock, and I don't have a windsock on it right now, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. If I blow into it, you may have heard it in the car, the sound does break. And with the windsock on there, if I put this on and I blow into the microphone with the windsock, that actually give you a better representation of those wind blowing right on it. Let me do this with the windsock that comes with the microphone. That way, if you don't have the Rode windsock or any other windsock, or you don't plan on buying an extra one, you can kind of have a good idea of what it sounds like. So that'll give you a better idea if the wind's being blown like directly on the microphone from the front end, since it picks up the sound from the front, over the windsock that comes with the Comica compared to the one that came with the Rode one. That will pretty much end it for this review. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave any comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them if you have any questions about the microphone, or if you have any questions about the Rode VideoMic Me. I'll answer from what I can remember when I was using it. Like I said, it broke and it'd been a while since I used it. I do want to say this though. I do like the sound quality better from the Rode VideoMic Me compared to this. Now, when it comes to the price point and how much you get from getting this microphone over the Rode Video Micro or the Rode VideoMic Me, I do like the value more out of this one, but I do like the sound quality more from the Rode VideoMic Me. That being said, I am happy with this purchase. I'm completely happy with it, everything that comes with it. I did listen to the video when I was driving in the car, and it sounded amazing with the windsock on it, with the wind noise, and I do like the sound quality. I'll probably put a little thing like in the video that says you should listen to this with headphones. So if you listen to it with headphones, you get a better representation of what it's going to sound like, rather than just having it come out of your iPhone speaker if you're watching this on your phone. You just get to hear those little nuances a lot better, where it's the microphone's failing or where it's not failing, the highs, the lows, and you just hear it so much better through headphones. So definitely give it a listen with headphones. If you didn't see the disclaimer at the bottom and you got to the end of the video, go ahead and grab some headphones, go back and watch it again if you'd like. Like I said, leave any questions you have down below, comment, subscribe, like the video if you did like it, if it helped you make up your decision on the purchase. I will leave a link down below to Amazon where I got the microphone. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.